Hi, so if your baby feels impossible to soothe and you're starting to wonder if you're doing something wrong, I need to tell you something. Your baby isn't the problem. Your nervous system is sending signals that are making it harder for them to calm down. And I can prove that to you today. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why all the sleep training, the soothing techniques, and those parenting scripts haven't worked. And the one thing that you can change that will help your baby settle faster, sleep better, and feel safer with you. And I'll give you something that you can practice tonight that will make an immense difference. Okay, so maybe your baby cries in the car seat every single time. Maybe there are meltdowns that seem to come out of nowhere, naps that won't happen, bedtime that turns into total battle. And you've tried everything. You've read the books, you've followed the routines, you've used the right words, you've bounced, you've rocked, you've shushed, you've swaddled. Sometimes it works. Most of the time, it doesn't. And the worst part, you start to believe that something is wrong. Maybe your baby is just difficult. Maybe you're not cut out for this. Maybe other moms have some magic touch that you're missing. Because every cry feels like an accusation, doesn't it? And every failed attempt to soothe them feels like proof that you're failing. Your body tenses up the moment they start fussing because you know what's coming and you don't know how to stop it. And the impact of this, you are so exhausted. You're second guessing everything, and you are starting to dread the very moments that are supposed to feel connecting. I'm Kate Kripke, a licensed therapist and coach and maternal mental health specialist. And for over 20 years, I've supported more than 6,000 mothers and their babies, many of whom were convinced that their baby or young child was impossible to soothe. And here's what I discovered. In almost every case, the baby or young child wasn't the problem. The missing piece was something called co-regulation. This is how babies borrow their mother's nervous system to find calm. Once the mom learned to regulate herself first, the baby's behavior changed within days. So let me walk you through 5 reasons that your baby won't settle and why this has everything to do with your nervous system, not your parenting skills. And by the end, you will know exactly what to do differently starting tonight. All right, so here's the first thing I want you to know. Your baby is reading your body, not your words. Babies don't respond to what you say. They don't even respond primarily to what you do. They respond to your physiological state, your heart rate, your breath pattern, your muscle tension. When your nervous system is activated and anxious, your baby picks up on these signals in your body and mirrors it. They can't calm down because you're broadcasting danger. Here's what no one tells you. Your baby does not need perfect soothing techniques. They need a regulated nervous system to borrow from. I have watched this happen hundreds of times. A mom comes in, baby screaming, her shoulders are up by her ears, her breath is shallow, her whole body is tight with tension. And I have been there so many times myself. She's doing all the right things. She's bouncing, she's using a calm voice. But if her baby can't settle, why is that? Because babies don't respond to performance. They respond to your internal state. Think of your nervous system like a radio station your baby is tuned into. If you're broadcasting on the threat frequency, heart racing, breath short, body tense, that's what your baby receives. They can't change the situation. They need you to switch to the safety frequency first. And then they can tune in and calm down. So next time your baby is fussing, pause. Check your own body first. Are your shoulders tense? Is your jaw clenched? Is your breathing shallow? Your baby is responding to those signals before they ever respond to your soothing attempts. And this explains every failed soothing attempt you have ever had. Here's the second important point. You're trying to fix them when you need to regulate yourself. When your baby cries, your nervous system goes into threat mode. Heart races, panic sets in, urgency usually takes over. And in that state, you're trying to make the crying stop so that you can feel better, so that you can feel safe again. But babies can feel that desperation. That urgency signals to them that something is actually wrong, which makes them cry even harder. You're not soothing your baby. You're trying to soothe yourself by fixing them, and they can feel the difference. I worked with a mom, let's call her Lisa, whose baby escalated every single time she tried to comfort her at night. Lisa would get more and more frantic, nursing, rocking, walking, white noise, everything. And nothing worked. When we slowed it down, she realized her own panic was ramping up every second her baby cried. Her baby wasn't reacting to sleep deprivation. She was reacting to panic. Imagine trying to calm someone down while you're having a panic attack. Your words say it's okay, but your body is screaming emergency. No one feels safe in that energy. So before your next soothing attempt, ask yourself, am I doing this to help my baby regulate or to stop my own discomfort? If it's the second one, just pause for a moment. Take 3 slow breaths where your exhale is just a beat longer than your inhale. Settle your nervous system first. This breath pattern, by the way, very quickly shifts your nervous system from fight, flight, and freeze to rest and digest. Then approach your baby from that grounded place. And here's where the science becomes very clear. Third thing, co-regulation is the missing piece. This is what happens when you calm your own nervous system first. Research shows that during mother-child interactions, your baby's physiological response, all those responses, again, their heart rate, their breath, their muscle tone, all of that synchronizes with yours. When you activate, they activate. But when you calm, they borrow that calm. Your nervous system is your baby's first classroom for emotion regulation. Your calm becomes their calm. Your steadiness becomes their safety. This isn't parenting advice, it's neuroscience. Study after study shows the same pattern. When a mother's nervous system is regulated, even if her baby is upset, the baby's distress decreases faster. When a mom is dysregulated, distress intensifies and lasts longer. So ask yourself, when my baby cries, does my body immediately go into panic or urgency? What am I feeling physically? Do I feel desperate to make it stop? After failed attempts, do I feel like I'm a bad parent or something is wrong with my baby? If yes, you're soothing from a dysregulated state. And your baby is responding to your nervous system. They're not rejecting you. So why is it so hard to stay calm? This is the piece that most people miss. Okay, before I go on, if this is helpful, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I share science-backed strategies for overwhelmed moms every single week. Tools that address the root cause, not quick fixes that don't last. So moving on, here's the 4th thing I want you to know. Your old fear-based beliefs are running the show here in motherhood. When your baby cries, it's not just uncomfortable. It activates all these old beliefs that you brought into motherhood with you. These might sound like, I'm not enough. I can't let anyone down. If I can't fix this, I'm failing. Those beliefs send your nervous system into threat mode. The crying isn't the threat. The story attached to the crying is. I see this constantly in high-achieving, high-performing women. At work, they could problem solve their way to success, but a crying baby can't be fixed. So their nervous system interprets this as failure, and failure feels like danger for so many mothers. So here's what to stop doing. Stop telling yourself the crying means you're failing and that your baby's distress means something really bad is happening. Stop catastrophizing about what it means long-term. Stop comparing yourself to other moms. And start doing this. Separate the sensation, the sound, and the discomfort in your body from the story. Remind yourself, my baby is communicating, not condemning me. Notice your thoughts without buying into them. I'm having the thought that I'm a bad mom is very different than I'm a bad mom. And once you understand this, the practice becomes so obvious, and you can start tonight. So finally, here's the co-regulation practice that you can do right away. Tonight, you're going to regulate yourself first so that your baby can borrow your calm. And you'll likely see changes immediately. This works because you're addressing the mechanism of co-regulation. You're not trying a new technique. You're becoming the regulated presence that your baby needs. Think of yourself as an anchor in a storm. Your baby is a small boat in big waves. These big waves are their emotions. If the anchor is thrashing around in the water, the boat stays chaotic. If the anchor is steady and grounded, the boat actually settles. You can't control the waves, but you can be steady. Here's the regulate first protocol. When your baby starts crying, pause for 5 seconds before doing anything. Feel your feet on the floor. Place one hand over your chest, over your heart, and take 3 slow breaths. Inhale for 4, exhale for 5 or 6. Little bit of a longer exhale. Say to yourself, my baby is communicating and I am safe. We are safe. Drop your shoulders, unclench your jaw, soften your belly. And then approach your baby from that regulated state. Pick them up, make eye contact, use a soothing voice. But do it from calm, not from urgency. This works because you're changing the signal your nervous system is broadcasting. Your baby receives "we're safe" through your steady heartbeat, your relaxed muscles, and your calm breathing. Their nervous system literally synchronizes with yours. You might not see instant silence, but you will notice that they settle faster. They cry less intensely. They respond better to your soothing. And over time, their nervous system learns to regulate more quickly because they're practicing with a regulated co-regulator. Try this for 24 hours and notice how quickly they calm, how you feel during and after, how your body responds to crying. Most moms report noticeable changes within 48 hours. Your baby isn't difficult, and you are not a bad mom. You just need to understand co-regulation, that your nervous system is your most powerful soothing tool. When you regulate first, everything changes. So if this resonated, go ahead and subscribe for more science-backed, attachment-based tools that actually work. And maybe forward this along to another mom out there who you know could use this insight and guidance. And if you want personalized support, I have a link for an assessment call below where we can look at what's specifically keeping your nervous system stuck. You're doing better than you think, and you've got this.